You should never buy these. They're so pointless. I don't know why they're here. This is a good S. Oh yeah, it's not good for your mental health. It's so convenient. Such a quality of life. All right, it is time, guys. Guild Wars 2 gem store items tier list. We got S tier, we got A tier, B tier, C tier, D. I'm gonna rename this to trash. Okay. And then maybe there's one more tier below it. Maybe add a row below. And we're going to name this scam tier. Okay. As in you should never buy this. Okay. I think that's it. That's how we're going to begin. And we're going to start. These are the items we have on our list today. So if you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. We're going to start rating them. So let's begin. We're going to go with the left side of this row right here. We're going to start with the very own Living World Seasons, guys. Where are we putting Living World Season 2, huh? You know, for me, Living World Season 2 sounds like scam tier, I think. You know, it's, to be honest, it's kind of actually tough to talk about the Living World Seasons because you have to do them for story context if the story matters to you. So if the story matters to you and the achievements, this one probably goes up to B tier. However, if you don't really care much for Living World Season 2, yeah, there is just really not much use that it provides for you. Unfortunately, in terms of the story, it's like 70% dialogue, 30% action, and some of the story modes that you get into in the instances, it's literally go click this, go research that, go click on this, and then you have to go do like one or two like events outside of the game or like outside in the map. And then that's it. In reality wise, I would say Living World is probably a good C. Yeah, I would agree. C tier is okay. It's kind of like gives you a little bit taste of Living World Season. It's important. You have to do it for the story. If you care for it. Achievements, I mean, if that matters to you, you're gonna have to do it then. You're gonna have to buy it. The maps, honestly, Silver Waste was a fun was Silver Waste actually from season 2? I can't remember. I think Dry Top was definitely season 2. Dry Top was a nice map to explore at the time. The jumping puzzle, in fact, the gem of season 2 is the jumping puzzle they came up with. I actually enjoyed the squid jumping puzzle before you had mounts, when you actually had to like literally spend about 10 minutes to run through it. Yeah, I think Dry Top had the best, and till today, I think it's still one of my favorite jumping puzzles in the game. Next, okay. Season 3, I would say Season 3 is definitely like above this. Definitely a B tier. I loved Season 3. I would say even A tier. You could say A tier, but I would say Season 3 is very good. You get maps like Lake Doric. You get maps like Bloodstone Fen. Very beautiful maps. Unfortunately for Living World Season 3, the metas just don't live up anymore. They were very hot when they first came out. Metas of the map didn't really go anywhere. There was a few times where you could even cheese like the leather farming and stuff like that. But I actually enjoyed Season 3. The story was nice. A little too many things going on in the story. So, you know, that's depending on what you like. The White Mantle stuff going on with the Mersat. And you also had the dragon kind of arc also kind of progressing. So then you also had the big reveal at the end as well. That kind of sets you up for the next season, which was, you know, the next expansion, Path of Fire. But for me, Season 3, B tier. The maps are good. You get a lot of ascended options, which is amazing. Actually, a lot of the vendors provide you a lot of ascended options. So, depending on what you think, it's either a B or an A. Like, honestly, it could go in A. The only reason why it doesn't go in A for me is that the maps definitely fell off after you were done with them. But still a lot of functionality, a lot of ascended gear. Achievements were very good. Also, you get Chalice of Tears, the hardest jumping puzzle and most annoying jumping puzzle in the game. You know what? For that alone, maybe it does deserve the A tier. I'm going to put it in A tier for me. So for me, yeah, A tier. I had fun with it. Which brings me to Living World Season 4. Ooh, I think it's not a hot topic to say that Living World Season 4 was the benchmark, actually, you know. In terms of the benchmark, it was the benchmark of being a scam, or you know what, just trash. This was the worst season ever. They delete this from the game, actually. So yeah, just delete this from the game. I'll say S tier. It gives you Roller Beetle. Sky Scale. You get 2 mounts. We got 2 mounts in this season for free. Seriously. LS4 actually pumped content. 2 mounts, Roller Beetle and Sky Scale, which are two of the most popular mounts as well. You also get some good maps that still live up till today. The LS4 Meta Train is still alive. When it came out, it was the hot thing to do. I don't think the LS Train really fell off until like around EOD, to be honest. And then even after then, like now it's back again. So you have that, a lot more ascended options as well. Again, you have Volatile Magic, which gives you, again, the maps are just so good that you have Volatile Magic that you can buy from the vendors after you get the VM from the maps, from, you know, farming them. The Volatile Magic gets turned into trophy shipment boxes, which you buy through the merchants, and then that you open up for some a lot of T5 and some T6, a lot of ascended, the legendary, yeah, and the story. I think LS4 is the peak of storyline for Guild Wars 2, honestly. Like even more peak than you could even say, argue the expansions to that level. Like it is an expansion level season when put together. It's a lot of content, you know, worthy of an expansion on its own. If it actually came out on an expansion, I guarantee you it would have been the best expansion the game has ever seen. Ice Brute Saga. Oh man, what could have been? What could have been? Oh, I don't know where to put this, to be honest, because there's a lot of good things about Ice Brute Saga, but then equally there's a lot of bad things about this. The story started out very good and then just became nothing. So I don't know. Like to me, I think the first, you know, half of the season was amazing and then it just got rushed, so unfortunately. But we got at least 4 good episodes with good storyline, and then they threw it all away. Maps aren't super amazing, but they are fun to play with. There's a lot of like repeatability, because like Biora Marches does have Jakar, which is a very nice boss. You do have also the fact that Biora Marches also does have some good alt chest parking. Again, keep in mind this also exists in LS4. But yeah, with Ice Brute Saga, I think it has a bit better, because the chests there in those maps give you eternal ice shards, which then can also be converted to volatile magic. The strikes, the strikes were a good idea in concept to introduce you to like basically basic level content, instance content, at least for groups. So I like what they tried to do. Like they're gonna try and do something that like allows people to kind of, you know, get a little bit used to like instance content. So people were like afraid of raids, they can go do strikes. And the strikes honestly are good. There's some sort of mechanical play there. You need to play a little bit, you need to understand the mechanics of the strike somewhat. And we get a few good ones, right? And people still do the Ice Brute Saga 5, the 5 easy strikes that start. So you can't say it's all for waste. And it kind of sets the tone for the strikes in the future. They use that as a benchmark for strikes in the future, which we have today. And I mean, hey, we got much harder strikes that we have now. So Dragon Storm is actually very good for 15 minutes of your time. You get about like a good 5-6 gold out of it. Get a chance at Ascended as well. Also get a chance at the infusions as well. Reality, it should be a scam, but I mean, there is some functionality. I can't say it's worse than LS2, because LS2 is definitely not a great one. So if anything, I would put it in C tier. It's definitely like a high C or low B. I feel bad putting it here because it actually has a lot of content, but it's just like the expansion was, the season was rushed. Yeah, I'd say like this is a B. You kind of need to get this. It's a very, there's a lot of things that you could get with this. And the strikes give you access to, you know, with your crystals, you can also get ascended gear, which is very important. You can get ascended gearing faster. So while you have the astral points, your wizard coin things to get things from the wizard's vault, you could also get some of the ascended pieces, like the much lesser ascended pieces, like your gloves and your boots. For example, you can get them through Ice Brute Saga by doing the strikes and then just buying the things from the vendor. And then like the Astral Acclaim points, you can just buy like the chest piece and the leggings, which are the more expensive ones, through the wizard's coin, through the wizard's vault. So yeah, B tier. I think I'll be okay with the B tier. Right. What is this? Is this core Guild Wars? Is like this, what is this? Is this actually the game? Core Deluxe. It's the deluxe upgrade. What comes with the deluxe upgrade? So you get 5 commendations, guild commendations, a one-time PvP rank point bonus, a 2-week banker golem, a mini Ritlock, the Mistwire Wolfalik, all items from the Guild Wars 2 Heroic Edition. And you also get 2,000 gems. Heroic chest, what do you get? Legacy armor, right? Okay, you get pick these. To be honest, I wouldn't buy this. I can understand, like, yeah, for farmers, right? Or for like key farmers, but like if you're looking at it from the context of a new player, like I would advise you go for like, you know, at least Heart of Thorns if you're planning to play the game long term. Or you do EOD, because EOD gets you all of this. And you can still spend on the Heroic Edition and EOD and you'll get a bigger boost. And this is the issue with like having like the other individual stuff. It's like you don't need to get any of this when you already have like something, like the next expansion that can give you more content. And then likewise, it's going to happen with Secrets of the Obscure. So if you get the Deluxe or the Heroic Editions, you can kind of get some of the stuff here. Now, again, not everything that you get in this will be available in this as well. So like, you know, what's in this is in this and what's in this and that. For a new player, I would say you'd rather like just get something like a bit better. If you're like unsure, like if you're gonna continue playing this game and maybe don't want to spend just yet on the expansions, honestly, you wouldn't even need to buy this. Just play for free, right? And when you feel like you want to play the game a bit longer, anyways, the first player that's gonna buy the game will probably go for this, right? Because once they've done with the core as a free player, they're more likely gonna just go for the next expansion, which is Heart of Thorns. So you know, or even Path of Fire if they think they should go for Path of Fire, because they just get 2 expansions in one. So I think for this, it's like I'll say like a C tier, because I'll say it's a C tier because of the fact that it's really dependent on you as a player. Like it's a B tier for some people, it's a C tier for some people. You know what I mean? It's very specific. Like this item is not really it's this or that, right? Like some of these items we can agree like they're gonna be somewhere on this tier. This is one of those items where it's really gonna be depending on you. Heart of Thorns Deluxe Edition. You get an additional character slot, a Heart of Thorns glider skin, a mini Revenant Ritlock, finisher for PvP and WW, the Revenant one, and you get a guild decoration, Mordremoth's Bane. You know, based on that, if you go to Path of Fire, okay, it's also Path of Fire specific. You actually get a nice, beautiful little invitation to Lily, which is basically like another, like, you know, VIP lounge pass. Which one of these would be the best? Yeah, okay, I think all of these, to be honest. Like, look at this. End of Dragons, additional character slot, identity repair kit. You get this cool looking skin for your like boat, and then the Captain Raptor skin. You also get the character slot as always, as long as you have enough space for it. Identity repair kit. It's like a total, you know, makeover kit with a name change. And if you go to Path of Fire, you get the VIP area, the Sunspear outfit, identity repair. So honestly, this is like gonna be very dependent again on you as a person. Like, which one do you like more? So, you know, you get a glider skin for here. So each one just has specifics because it's just each expansion offers something else. Path of Fire one probably has the most, you could say, you know, bang for a buck, right? So I think this one goes here. And based on that, I would probably put Heart of Thorns, and then you have End of Dragons. This one, honestly, it's I guess it's your choice which one you think you like better. The glider, do you want the mini and then the Revenant Finisher and then the guild deco, or do you think that the, you know, the boat and the Canton Raptor skin and the identity repair are better? I probably think that this is better because this is more personal. Whereas this, one of these options is more for like a guild. So maybe not everyone likes it. And not maybe everyone cares about the finishers. So again, your cup of tea. Either way, I'll rank Heart of Thorns somewhere like I'd say they're all A's. But again, Heart of Thorns also has beautiful maps that are still relevant till today. Dragon Stand, Chag Garant, which you can get some of the most expensive infusions in the game. You also have the mastery point system. This expansion basically introduced masteries. In fact, if anything, Heart of Thorns is the mastery, is the blueprint for an expansion for Guild Wars 2. I don't think anything has beaten Heart of Thorns yet as an expansion. The only argument I could see is that, well, yeah, sure, Path of Fires introduced mounts, but Heart of Thorns was, to me, the expansion where everything actually felt like dangerous. I don't think there was ever an expansion where you couldn't actually, go in and not be worried about. Like, Heart of Thorns was like, you went in, those Pocket Raptors killed you. Like, you didn't have to do anything. They just killed you anyway. So, yeah. In terms of story, difficulty, the introduction of the raids they introduced in this expansion, the legendary weapons they introduced, which, of course, got continued into Path of Fire as well and the seasons. But I think Heart of Thorns takes out for me here. EOD, EOD. Where are we ranking EOD? Based on the upgrades, this falls short, but based on the expansion, the specs, I don't know. To be honest, I like the strikes that EOD provided. I enjoyed them. I like the maps of EOD. I like the maps far better than Path of Fire's maps because the maps actually, people still do them. But this is an expansion where people actually feel like it was incomplete. There was a lot of bugs for a long time, but it makes up for it in some of the achievements in the story. It wraps up the Elder Dragon saga very well. I'm gonna put it between. Oh man, but the specs of EOD are way better. I think on specs alone, I would say EOD beats this. Yeah, I think POF beats POF beats EOD on the specs. Yes. Story mode, great. Strikes were okay, cool. But I think, yeah, in fact, even POF had a nicer story. You know what? Yeah, POF. POF is a better expansion than EOD. Secrets of the Obscure. Oh boy, where are we putting secrets? Scam? Trash? See? I don't know. Okay, so this is like weird because this is the only expansion now that we have that is on the new model yet. So I would say this is definitely better than Icebrood Saga. Oh, sorry, I forgot that there's an S tier, by the way. Yeah, sorry. HOT goes here. And I'd say POF goes here. I'd say POF goes behind. The reason why I put POF behind this right here, which is the, what's it called? Living World Season 4, is because Living World Season 4 actually was better than its expansion. It's the only Living World where it actually beats its expansion. Secrets of the Obscure, I would say, in terms of like what they've accomplished with it, and honestly the content-wise, I do think, yeah, it probably could be here. You could say it's here. I don't know, because this is like they introduced weapon proficiency, which is very different. So there's a lot of content in it. It's so difficult. You got good strikes now with the CMs. Well, the first one sucks, but Sarah's CM is actually insane. The maps, to be honest, I'm not a fan of them. They are beautifully designed, but I think the metas don't live up to the expectations. Like, I think it beats EOD, but it doesn't beat these. The weapon proficiency, don't get me wrong, is big. But I think the specs on these expansions do carry all of the content that this ends up providing. So, yeah. Open World Legendary Armor, not enough, I think, to get it ahead. I'll put it here. Shared inventory slots, right? I'd say this is an S tier. Is this a shared inventory? Shared inventory, I think we go here. This is a good quality of life item. It's so convenient. Like, seriously, it's so convenient to be able to access all your stuff over here. So, look at this. It's nothing better. You can go to any of your passes, teleport to friend, you want to gamble anytime, your gobblers, your bank, your permabank, whatever you have here, it's just super convenient to access on all your characters. Such a quality of life. Build template is actually very specific, I would say. Build template is an S tier. It's a bit of a scam in terms of its price, but build templates are important. The only difference is that who actually needs these. I don't think a lot of people require build templates because unfortunately, not everyone actually cares about having 6 builds for their character. Some people literally just run one build for each game mode and it's enough for them. Or literally just they have one character, they use one thing on that one character. So it really is dependent on you as a player. Some players will use 5 builds. Some players will just have, this character is PvP, this character is whatever, this character is, right? It doesn't matter in PvP because it's done for you anyway. But like in PvE, they'll have one character for one thing, one character for another. So if you really care about builds, right, because you raid or do instance content or you do multiple things in one character, like you have 6 or 7 characters, but each character you also like to play a lot of content on each of them. This is S tier. I'd say here because of the price, it's actually kind of a scam the way they charge you for this. But it is necessary. The build and equipment template bundle. How much does this cost for you, by the way? Is it like for free? It's no longer available. 800 gems. 800 gems for 2 and 2. Yeah, if it comes in this is actually big. Actually, it's huge. I would say I'll put this in the S tier. Why? Because first of all, you now have to just get it through this preparation pack, and it's actually pretty good. So I would put this here because solely because of where it comes in. It comes in a very high quality thing. The build templates. How much are build templates going for? 300 gems, man. 300 gems, and that costs you right now 130 gold. That's a lot, to be honest. That is a lot. It's free from the vault. Yeah, I mean, technically in the vault, you can get, like, you could do this from the vault. Like, just go here. And you can get it here. But it's 350 though as well. Like, there's so many other things you should get before you even consider this from the vault. Like this over here, the gold, and the kit if you're going for a legendary. There's like so many other things you can get before you even get this. Like, this is like not really your thing. I'm not sure why this is on the vault either, but there's there. Such a scam. If you're actually playing a lot, then yes, it's very free that you can get it. But you kind of need it. It's a quality of life. I'll get it. All right. Equipment template. Yeah, you kind of need these. However, yeah, I'd say this again is specific to you as a player. If you actually run different like sets of armors, right? Especially if you're running your legendaries and you have different things for different purposes. I always find them a scam because you have to buy these, and like you kind of need this. Like, if you're a raider, right, and you need to like have multiple builds, you kind of can't play quickly unless you have to like swap every single time before like a boss, right? But like these things are like a must, so you have to get them. Like, you just have to get them. This bundle is a scam, by the way. I'm gonna put this as a scam. You should never buy these. You should never buy this. The Merchant Express. They're so pointless. I don't know why they're here. This as well. This is a scam. You should never have these. The Revive Orb. I guess it comes in handy a little bit, but it's a scam. But it comes in handy sometimes in some moments. So you can put it in the sea. What else is there? This is a scam. Seriously, you should never buy these items. Never pick them up. They're not useful. This too. Why are these like? Why do you need like one-time access to the trading post express? Like, why once? Mystic Forge. This is actually pretty good. This is like a B tier item. I would say this is very helpful. If you're forging, yes, this is actually very good. However, there are ways that you could get them without having to buy it specifically, so avoid it. The upgrade extractor is trash. It's only trash because you kind of do need it sometimes. If you get it, great, but don't ever buy it from the gem store. The nodes. Okay, the nodes are a trash item. I'm putting all the nodes trash. Why? Because you could just leech someone's home instance node. Simple. You can just leech from someone's home instance node. You don't need this. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. This, what is this, by the way? Is this also like a gathering node? This is the leather one, right? Trash. Just leech someone's node. Don't worry about like, yeah, buying it yourself. You'll never make the money back from getting these, by the way. You'll never like farm you could farm your node every day for 6 years and still you won't make whatever you spent on them. So just leech someone's home instance. The llama finisher, yeah, you know what? Llama finisher is an S tier. I mean, who doesn't want a dancing llama on their enemy? Which of these is the metabolic primer? Let me actually search up. Like these items have somewhat of a use depending on when you use them. So for example, the metabolic primer, it will basically give you an extension of 12 hours for any food you eat while this is active. So it will, and so example, like let's say you are about to enter the new content, you're ready to boost, you're ready to get in. If you have the primer, it will give you a good 12 hours on that, right? You don't have to refresh it or anything. If you eat food, it will do that. The utility primer is the same except for utilities. So this I would not buy. This you can get them from drops all the time from the chests. So you never need to buy these, but they are S tier items. But you should never buy them from the gem store. But they are S tier only for those specific reasons, is that they are huge extensions. But never buy them from the gem store. So I'm gonna put them in trash tier because you shouldn't buy them, but they are high value items. Okay, you should get them. Transmutation charges. This one's probably B tier. Why? Because you kind of need them. But oh wait, you actually get quite a lot from the chests too. If you're like a new account, you kind of don't have much of these, so you kind of need to buy them. But if you're like an old account, you have a lot of these lying around, you'll never finish with them. Maybe C tier. I'd say C. It's definitely better than Revive Orb. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, even better than Season 2, to be honest. Oh, that's not very good, actually. That's, even for like a new player, that's like a lot, to be honest. Yeah, I would not even bother with this then. Never mind. That was like 100 gems for some reason. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. This is very important. For those who don't know, these are what you need. Transmutation charges are basically how you can transmog in Guild Wars 2. So like if you have like a piece of equipment, but you don't like what it looks, but you have another equipment that you want just to use the skin as the look, these are what you spend to make that change happen. So on the idea that they are a high tier item, but they are trash in terms of you should not buy them from the gem store. They actually drop commonly from the game. Yeah, they drop. Yeah, if you're in PvP, they are, you're swimming in these in WW and PvP. Is this the infinite gathering nodes? This is S tier item. You need this. If this is the infinite gathering nodes, yes, S tier 100%. You actually need these a lot. You really do. It's amazing. The only issue is that to buy on multiple characters, but anything from that, it's a good QOL item. You need this. It's not like, to be honest, like you'll spend so much gold on the regular gathering materials. It's just that these are super convenient and you can also attach glyphs to them. So like these glyphs could be like glyphs that can help you like, you know, gather in speed or get you like a currency, or for example, it could be like a glyph that gives you an extra boost of swipe. So you can get like one more gathering strike. So these are very good. And yeah, they do save you on the backspace as well. Okay, we kind of need to zoom a bit fast. What is this item right here? What am I holding over here? Is this another gathering node? This is also trash. You don't need this. Also trash. Is this a gathering node? Trash. Character slot, that is definitely, yeah, I would say, yeah, definitely, I mean, S tier. I mean, to be honest, at some point you're gonna want it. However, I will say, we'll come back to this in a bit. I'll put this on B tier for now, just because I will say, anytime you purchase an expansion, you'll automatically get this. So if you're purchasing an expansion, you'll get an extra slot. So, and with each expansion, you get an extra slot depending on, you know, which one you're getting. So, this is a 8, you know, kind of like an S tier if you basically just need so many characters, but you'll already get it from this, from this, from this, So you don't need to worry about buying it. But depending on where you're at, a veteran player, this is S tier. A new player, just get the things from the expansion. Chances are, as a new player, you're not gonna have like 20 characters just yet, right? As a new player, you probably will have 6 or 7. That's enough to at least cover the majority of the classes. And then as you're playing the game, probably a couple, 100 hours in, you'll find yourself maybe needing more and more for uses. So S tier, depending on who you are. Is this backspace? Oh yes, definitely S tier. S tier for backspace, guys. You can never have enough bags. To be honest, we need more. Need more. In fact, we need a lot more. So backspace, 100%. You need the backspace. This you need to actually. In fact, one of the biggest things I would say for a player is buying the backspace first before a new character. Like actually make some space on your current character main before you make another one. Yeah. A bag is less efficient than a character slot. Yeah, I mean you can make the argument, but what if you intend to use the other character and not as a storage character? So like this makes sense if you are obviously gonna have a storage character, but not to most players. Most players, I think underestimate how many players actually have characters that are storage. Like I have 90% of my characters are storage, but that's me. Most players actually use their account, So I think for this, it has to be here. World boss teleport. This is like honestly, this is like it's slightly better than revive orb. I'd say it's a C tier. Why? It's very convenient, to be honest, if you're lazy. But aside from that, that's it. It's literally just a convenience. If you're lazy, you basically just get this item. Recharge to friend. Oh my god, this is S tier. I know this because I use this a lot. However, I use the other ones, the one that you get from the I use the regular teleport to friends because I have a lot of them. This one is super convenient, especially if you need a new waypoint. This is very convenient. Maybe A tier because it only takes 40 minutes. And you also get a lot of these. The recharge is 40 minutes. And you also have the regular one, which is like the ones you get from the gem store, which are like one-time uses. But those you could spam all the time, and there isn't really a what's it called, cooldown on them. So yeah, showing a bit. It's 10 minutes now. Wait, it's 10 minutes now? Oh, definitely S tier, bro. 10 minutes. That's super convenient. The dye packs, honestly, I wouldn't bother. You'll get a lot of them from the Black Lion chests, and you do get some keys every now and then. So how much are the dye packs? So for 7 random dyes, you get 200 gems. That's how much it costs. Oh, okay, I put it here. Okay, we could go here. Black Lion keys. Do not buy this. Okay, this is not good, guys. It's not good for your mental health. Do not buy the freaking keys. Okay, not good for your mental health. I'm telling you from now, not good for the mental health, guys. Not good for the soul. The repair canister, to be honest, this is also trash. I'll say it's a trash thing because sometimes it kind of comes convenient, but wait, no, you have to buy it from the gem store. Yeah, never mind. No, this is a scam. This is a scam. Don't buy this. You get a lot of them. Okay, you know what? Honestly, for the key, it really depends if you're a spender or not. You could get a chance at good stuff. So because of like the chance that you can get, it's maybe like a C tier. But because it's gambly, it's loot boxy, it's not fun to have. So, I personally, this would be preference, I guess. Like I rarely buy them. I buy them like once every like few months or something, like unless like we're doing content on the stream. So I rarely ever like spend money on them. Like convert gold, buy gems, whatever. But if you're like someone who likes to, if you have the gold, it's convenient. Like you don't have to spend money. However, if you don't have the gold, I don't know, like you're spending real money for it, which is not fun, right? So this really depends on your appetite. Do you enjoy like loot boxes or not? If you enjoy it, then this is probably like an S tier for you, right? If you like it enough, it's A tier, right? But for me, it's a C tier because I don't buy them all the time. Like this key can produce you most of the stuff in the list here, right? Very rare chances for these bottom ones. So it's really dependent on you. Okay, let's go towards the salvage kits. I'm going to put this as an S tier. The copper fed is such a quality of life. The first salvage kit you buy in the game should be this. Why? Because you could salvage for 3 copper, clear up your inventory space, get materials. Super, super convenient. This item you have to get. Everybody has to get this, by the way. The silver fed is, I'd say it's an A tier. You don't have to actually get the silver fed. And the rune crafters is also an A tier. Again, you don't have to get it. Now, for rune crafter and silver fed, rune crafter right now, now that, you know, Aina has gone strict on like unit processing, you no longer really can do the extractions with the macro policy as much, because now they seem to not want the macro policy to work in the effect that it used to. So right now, I would say the rune crafters is an A tier. Thank you, by the way, Mike from YouTube. Thank you for the sub. Right now, the rune crafters works in the sense where you can open up the green units and literally just use the rune crafters, because the rune crafters also salvages the upgrade with the item it's in. So that's why you needed the upgrade extractor, is because the upgrade extractor would extract the upgrade, right? Where the rune crafters allowed people who didn't have the upgrade extractor because it's expensive to get. It allowed you to basically like salvage, and still also the rune crafter would also like actually salvage the actual material, upgrade within it. Whereas the copper fed will not actually salvage the upgrade. It will kind of just go through the item without it. But this is very good. You can make a lot of good money with this right now. Same with the silver fed for rares. So it's just really preference here. Endless repair. This is like such a pointless item. Like you should never try to get anyways, you can't really get this unless you bought a lot of keys. So I'm gonna put this as a C tier. Like if you get it, like fine, but like you don't really need this. Upgrade extractor. Depending on who you are, you could definitely, it's an S tier item, but for most players, you might be okay with just the regular this, like, because you get a lot of these anyway, so you might probably have them. But I'd say this is S tier because once you have it, it's such a QOL to just remove the upgrade. It's such a QOL. So yeah. Depending on if you're making money off units, which I don't think is a lot of people are going to be doing anymore, it's an S tier. Other than that, yeah, it'd be like an A tier as well. I'll put it over here. The brawl. This is S tier, man. How much fun do you guys have with this? How much fun do you guys have with this? But no, seriously, this I'll probably just put B tier. I just want to boost through some of these. These XPs, do not buy them. You get enough black lion statuettes that you could literally get these through the statuettes. Do not buy them. They're very good items, the XP boosters and the magic find boosters. However, you could literally just get these for free in the game. Do not ever buy this stuff, okay? You can get it for free in the actual game. Do not buy it. This is, I think, the flame serpent or the flame like skin sword. This honestly is a very cool item. You should probably buy this. This is like a nice B tier item. It's nice, just the skin, cool looking skin. Why not? The vermilion, sorry. Yeah, so it's this one exactly. I guess it's not in the gem store right now, but you have to watch out for it. And sometimes they go on sale, but their sister counterparts are on the gem store right now. So, yeah. There you go. Actually, I'll just put this here. It's a skin, so it's kind of weird, but yeah, I think it could be here. All right, next. Is this the instant boost? I think instant boost can be an A tier item. Especially if you are a player who can grasp the mechanics of an MMO very fast. You do not need to do the game from scratch. If you already know how to play an MMO, because in 5 minutes you can figure out the mechanics, the level 80 boost honestly is for you. You get good celestial gear to begin with, which allows you to play the game for a good amount of time without having to worry about ascended. Yeah, it's a very good item. If you're a new player, probably if you're a new player and you generally kind of need to spend time playing the game first, I wouldn't recommend you boost, but It's a good item. And hey, if you don't feel like leveling a character from scratch, you could just, do this. And at the same time, you don't want to use your tomes of knowledge because those are spirit shards that you can go. So I think the boost is an A tier. Yeah, it's an A tier item. I agree with boosting. The Golem Banker, this is a scam. Don't buy this one because you can literally get it from something of the bundles here. Like this bundle literally just gives it to you anyway. So don't buy this. Do not buy this. This is also just as much of a scam as the Bank Express. Do not buy the Golem Banker. All right. Snowflake Gobbler. Snowflake Gobbler. I'd say this is a good B because this is a good S. Oh yeah. The candy corn is the best gobbler in the game. There's one more gobbler that's here. Which is I can't remember what's the other gobbler. Anyone tell me like what's the other gobbler? That's the third one. There's more than that, but there's snowflake, there's candy corn, and then there is what else? Yeah, candy corn is S tier right now. Zytaf. Okay, that one yeah. I think this one goes here, then Zytaf everyone goes here. Yeah. Yeah, right now this is king right now. The pieces of candy corn are like 1 silver, man. It's insane. This is the identity one, right? I think you get this. We just saw that you can get this with one of the expansions. So yeah, how much does it go on the gem store? It's 1,000 for makeover and a name change contract. Name change is 800.
Eat my dust.
The total makeover is 350. Dude, why wouldn't you just buy this all the time then? Thing is, you get this from an expansion anyway. If you have to, I guess. If you have to. For people who are like into fashion, they actually go through these all the time. But people who aren't, But this is also where like if you have like the equipment template, it actually works out very well for you because the equipment template allows you to basically get away with that. You could have like multiple looks, right? So you can kind of skip the process. Yeah. So what is this one? This one comes with like a dye pack, XP, and transmutation charges. You shouldn't get this. This is trash. This scam. Account bump. What do you get with the account bump? You get 5 Black Lion chests. Keys at least. 10 experience boosters. And 15 transmutation charges and 20 account bound unidentified dye. You get all that for 800 gems instead of getting it all for 1800. The thing is, like, you shouldn't even get it to begin with because you get all of these through all the other stuff anyway. It's like, sure, is it a good deal? Yes, but you get this anyway from stuff. So, like, yeah, you don't need it. Material storage, this is, I'd say an A tier. I think, like, the character and the bag slots are better over time than the material. But, yeah, this is still a pretty solid thing you should get. This is the supply package. The first item is the supply package. What do you get in this? Oh, it's the drops, right? So 4,000 gems though. That's a lot. Like you can get these through the, literal keys or like Black Lion scraps. I've never seen someone buy this and actually like it. Can't get it anymore though. Fair enough. Even though I'm just looking at it like from the context of when you could buy it. I wouldn't get this. I mean, there's like a lot of other better things to get than this. Not advice. It's a big scam. And this is an additional crafting license. Honestly, I don't really find the need to get an additional crafting license. I don't mind swapping between the two. This is like a very convenience item. If you care for it, sure, it's an S tier. But aside from that, like for a regular player, you don't even need this, to be honest. Like this is like a C tier item. I don't find an issue where you have to like always, like, oh man, if only I had 3 crafting licenses active at the same time. Account Jumpstart. You get 2 bank tab expansions, 2 back slots expansions, 10 black line chest keys, transmutation charges, account bound, unidentifiable die. 30 actually of them. Gem store 2000. This is actually not bad. For 2000 gems, you get all of this. These two already cover the cost. This is like your bonus basically. You don't have to get it, but yeah. It's a C tier. End of the C tier. POF preparation pack. Character slot, 2 back slots, unbreakable gathering tool container, 10 black line keys, and a level 80 boost. For 3.5k, and the remnants of this are about almost 6,900 gems. This is actually not bad if you haven't bought it before. Yeah, I'd say this you can get it if you can get it. I'll put this. It's definitely like better than these. This is definitely better than this. In fact, this should go at the end, to be honest. Revive Orb. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we need something in the B tier. Okay. Black Lion chest salvage. Oh my god. This you should not buy. But if you happen to get it, it's nice. But based on not buying it, it's trash. It's actually a very good item for salvaging, but it's just once you get this, you definitely can avoid this, right? And these are much more superior to this. So this drops fine, but it is it's a trash item. What is this? Is this a mini pet? Mini pet, honestly, well, it's a cat. You know what? Because it's a cat, I put it in the B tier. It's a cat, guys. This outfit honestly just depends on you. I actually personally like this outfit. Like I'll put this like a B tier outfit. Yeah, I like this outfit. The build storage expansion. You kind of need this if you are a player who is playing. Yes, you need this. You actually need this. Name change contract. Again, you kind of need this. However, if you manage to get it through a boost or item, then great, like a bundle. But the name change, the name change is kind of like a nice C tier. Bank tab, you definitely need it. This is an A tier. Right? Like this is like priority like way later in the game. Like at the start of the game, it's not really for you, but yes, eventually you should expand the bank tab. All right. Mistlock Sanctuary, S tier. This is a great pass. Yeah, I mean, I'm in it right now. It's such a great pass. You could literally like just go up like this. You could do this. There's no other place in the game that you could do this like uncontrollably. Like it's yeah. I think there should be like another, I agree, a double S tier, guys. We're gonna do this. There we go. So we'll make this S tier, and then the color of this will be, yeah. So this goes there, that goes there, that goes there. There you go. Fish locks warp lets you go to Arborstone in exchange for not being able to go into fractals. Yeah, this is like a nice A tier then. Not everybody needs it, but it's a nice thing to get. Maguma packed operation device. Armistice Bastion is a S tier. I like this pass. World versus World, it's a very underrated one. Of course, only World vs. World players really hang out in it. Not many PvEers you find in it, but you do find some. But I think it's definitely S tier. Is this the Silver Mistlock Sanctuary? Scam. Just wait for this and get this. Don't ever try to get this. Like, the 2-week passes are pointless as well. Like, don't ever get them. This, I'm not a fan of this, but, you know, some people seem to like it. I'll put it in B tier. I don't really like those wings. Home Instance Portal Stone. Honestly, you don't need the Home Instance Portal Stone, really. Scam, bro. Just go to your freaking home. If you don't have the waypoint of your home instance city, why are you even playing the game? Did you even play the game to begin with? This skiff, well, oh, I think I know the one. Yeah, okay. I don't think it's available now in the gem store, but I know it. Preference, really, to be honest. This, again, I'll put them B tier. The skins are, you know, honestly, like, not really the focus. So, again, if you like the gem skins, great for you. This, honestly, it's another die pack. I don't know what's special about this. I think you can also buy these from the from the trading post. So you might as well not even bother. Yeah, any skiff, basically. That's correct. Yeah. This here. Another mini pet or like a mail carrier. Again, I'll just put them in like B tier. The crafting station, summoning this anywhere. This is definitely an A tier item. Again, it's quite pricey, so you can't really get it with gems. You'll just have to get it through the game or, buy it for a lot of gold or get with your luck and just, get it from something. Black Lion contracts. Okay, yeah. Yeah, how much? I don't know how many you get from this, so you could. No, you can't. This you don't get this. Don't get this, honestly. If you could leech it off someone, if you can, sure, but otherwise, don't get this. It's, yeah. Like, how much, 1,000 gems is gonna be like what? Something like 1,000 gems is gonna be like 500 gold or something, like in the exchange. Like, how much is that? Yeah, about 500 gold. Like 433 gold. When are you gonna make that money back by getting those, materials? Probably never. There's only one thing good about them is that if they get upgraded with each new upgrade. But again, like you'll not get the item that quickly. Like you won't make the money back. This is definitely a quality item. Let's not even kid ourselves here. You need this item. This item goes right here. The best way to access your bank anywhere in the game. And the bonus is when you have the shared slot with it. This is a proper S tier. The permanent bank is the place to get. Okay? That is the place to get it. The merchant, honestly, useful. Super useful to sell stuff to when you need to like basically vendor stuff or junk value or whatever, sell junk, but you don't need this, honestly. People will tell you need this. I don't really think you need this. There's a lot of vendors in the maps, around the maps, especially when you're done killing things. This is the total permanent hairstylist kit. This is super convenient if you're someone who's very picky with your hairstyle. So it's like a good A tier item. S tier for fashion players, but not very picky then, but it's a good item to get. I'll put it, it's a good A tier item, but definitely, again, not a big requirement. This is, I think, a male thing. So this is just a B. I'll just put this in B. And then we have the, what is this? This is the trading post. The trading post, I will say, is it's an S tier item. Not triple S because it depends on you. Like for me, I would love to access the trading post anywhere. Some players, maybe not all the time, but it is really great, especially if you buy something and you just want to immediately like get it. If you're in the raid or something, you want to leave or come back. It's really good for that. So for that, it's S tier. Super, super S tier if you're like a trader who actually cares about like you need something immediately. This is a hero point from the gem store. Wow, what? Sounds like a scam. Unlock a Black Lion hero point. What? You can get so many of these in the game though, no? Not a fan of this. This is the 1,000 Island Pass. So I guess if this is the 1,000 Island Pass, I'll put this in the S tier. The plot deed. Okay. No, don't get this. It's another home instance thing. No, just don't get these guys. Just don't get this. This is another home instance. Run away. Oh, run away. Oh my god. Run away. Run away. No, don't get this. Really, run away. Scam. Seriously. Leech. This is a waypoint box. Oh my god. Seriously. I guess I'll put this in C tier if you're really that lazy. Oh, wait, you actually unlock a waypoint. No, wait, no. This is scam as well. So many scam tiers, man. Seriously. And this is a mount license. Yeah, this is C tier. B tier, depending on what you like. You know, this is really preference. Brings me to the final thing, guys. Gold. Oh my god. This is probably the most controversial one. Gold, gold, gold. Where is this going? What do you do, guys? When you have gems, do you convert to gold? You know, right now, I think in this time of Guild Wars 2, actually converting gems to gold is super good for you. Like 1 gold is 4 gems. It is such a steal right now. Like, you could even argue, right? Like, there should be no excuse for you to try to break TOS and RMT because it's cheaper for you to actually buy it from the game. Buying gold from the game is cheaper than buying gold from websites. So you should never RMT to begin with. But if you really are making the excuse of like, oh, but it's too expensive to buy it from the game, there you have it. It's actually better for you in the game. Credit card swappers, look, I know you guys. Some of you guys, you know what? Everybody in the game, you all swipe in the game, okay? I know you guys. Yeah, add a row above. Credit card swapper. This goes up here. Simply put, you have gold, you can get everything else you want in the game. At least 85% of the stuff in the game can be bought with gold. No, it should be like actually swiper, actually, you know? Credit card swipe. Easy. This is it. This is it. This is the tier list, gamers. Guild Wars 2 gem store items tier list. These are my picks. That's final. This is at the top, okay? All these are over here. Let me know what you think. Do you disagree? Do you agree? Do you hate it? Do you like it? Let me know what you think about this in the comments, guys. This is it. This is our ultimate tier list, okay? Until next time, we'll see you when we see you. Take care.